Well, I'm going to turn this over right away to the governor because the governor is here again. I mean, we just did an outstanding announcement on unmanned aircraft systems that the governor has invested very heavily in. And as you can see around us, we're going to talk a little bit about the Utica Aud and the transformation that has taken place there and the growth that has led to throughout Oneida County and the city of Utica. And without the governor's leadership and really without the governor's help, this program, this continuation of the growth and the build out at the Aud for the Utica Comets, for Utica College, for all of the events, and for the rebirth in downtown Utica. A rebirth that has really stimulated growth, stimulated activity, stimulated new investment, and it's because of the great partnership and it's because of the leadership of Governor Andrew Cuomo. So without further ado, Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Thank you. My pleasure. It's my pleasure to be with the county executive again. I've noticed that whatever commissioner I'm with that day who's bringing good news to the county is Tony's favorite commissioner in the state. It works very well. But Anthony Pacenti's been a great partner with the state. When we have a good local partner, it makes the state much more effective. And Anthony is fantastic at it. So let's give him a round of applause. To my colleagues in the legislature, it's a pleasure to be with them, and I want to thank them for their hard work. For Commissioner Rowan DeStito, who's this is her hometown, and she's always taking care of her hometown as well as the rest of the state. To the ESD director, Howard Zemsky, I want to thank him for all his good work. To Chris Nicholas, who you will hear from in a moment, and Mr. Ash on the comments. We are putting a number of pieces together today. Why? Because the overall thrust is a resurgence of the economy. And to get the economy running, there is no one silver bullet. It is the synergy among a number of initiatives. It's an education facility that's working with a cultural experience that works, with tourism, with a job generator, all of the above, with recreation. We were just talking about a really exciting potential industry in the unmanned aircraft industry. I believe it's an industry of the future. I believe it's going to take off, pardon the pun. I think it's just a matter of time. You can see the trajectory already. You see the technology getting better. As a matter of fact, we're really working on safeguards around the technology now, which is a lot of what you hear. But I saw it in Puerto Rico, where it was doing remarkable things in a very difficult circumstance, literally saving lives. And if you just allow your mind to spin, just think of all the applications you could have for unmanned aircraft, i.e. drones. So it is an industry of tomorrow. And for New York, so much of what we're trying to do is we were invested in the industry of yesterday. How do we now invest in the industry of tomorrow and create those economies here? And we believe here for Central New York, Mohawk Valley, you can create a cluster economy around unmanned aircraft if you are ahead of the game, okay? Because it's a competition. We're not the only state with this idea. Virginia's trying to develop it, etc. So getting there first, the joint venture with NASA is very exciting because by definition they're going to be a major determiner of the market. So that's a piece of it. We were in Rome a couple of weeks ago. They won the Downtown Revitalization Initiative, which is very important. The downtown areas are more and more important for millennials. We've almost come full circle. Old people like me we gravitated towards homes. We wanted a backyard. We wanted a barbecue. Millennials want the opposite. They want downtown. They want walkability. They want to be able to socialize and go to a restaurant all within walking distance of their abode. So that downtown development is really crucial, especially if you're trying to attract the workforce of tomorrow, which are millennials, for an industry of tomorrow like unmanned aircraft. So you see the pieces coming together. Today is yet another piece. The Utica Aud is for decades, has been a great centerpiece for Utica. And for sports and for recreation, the Aud has been the place. Now, age takes a toll. Just look at me. The Aud is getting older. The decision was made to renovate the Aud because you want to be competitive, you want to be creative, and you want people to continue to come and continue to be attracted. So the Aud needed renovation. We spoke, we agreed, the state agreed to fund it, and today we're pleased to announce funding of $10.5 million, $9 million from the state of New York, and $1.5 million from the legislators who are working jointly. Well, why renovate it? You renovate it to be more competitive. You renovate it so people keep coming. The Comets are doing extraordinarily well at the Aud, and we applaud Mr. Ash, but we want him to do even better, right? We want more economic activity. And the theory is if you make an investment, you will attract more business, right? On the theory of if you build it, they will come. If you improve it, they will come. Well, today the theory proves correct because Mr. Chris Nicholas is going to announce that next year the AHL All-Stars game is going to be played at the Utica Aud, which is a really, really big deal. So congratulations, and with that, let me turn it over to Chris Nicholas.
Thanks, Governor Cuomo, County Executive Vicente, Mr. Hobart, Rob, Senator, Commissioner, Assemblyman, and the other guests here today. I appreciate all of you making time to be a part of this event and for inviting me to participate as well. Governor Cuomo, I know how busy you are, and I thank you for being here and for your support of the AHL over the years. The Utica Comets, our other franchises in New York State, which has long been a stronghold for the AHL, and specifically for the state's generosity in making the Adirondack Bake Center what it is, one of the top sports venues in the state, and a truly great AHL venue. Rob, to you and the Comet staff and ownership and your sponsors, partners, it's been an unbelievable job you've done the last 4 years to build this franchise. You've transformed an arena. You've built a strong and loyal fan base. You've hosted an All-Star Classic and a Calder Cup final. You've been a great league partner, a pleasure to work with, and you've certainly stepped up for the AHL again in this instance. With that, and on behalf of AHL President and CEO David Andrews and our Board of Governors, I'm very pleased to announce that the American Hockey League All-Star Classic will return to Utica in the Adirondack Bake Center in January 2018. We had a truly great event here in 2015, and that blueprint and all that went into a lot of hard work from our staff and from the Comet staff and so many others will allow us not only to match that, but to certainly surpass it. It'll be a terrific backdrop for our showcase event on January 28th and 29th, a two-day event, a skills competition on the Sunday, which follows immediately the NHL All-Star game, and then on the Monday night, a new format for us, different than the last time we were here, which is the All-Star Challenge, featuring a 6-game tournament excuse me, between our divisions. It's a format been in place the last 2 years. It's been very exciting. The players have really bought into it. They always put on a great show every single year. They play a full slate of games Friday and Saturday. They travel into our venue overnight or early on Sunday. and they have been terrific on the ice and off the ice. So we're very fortunate to be bringing some of the best young players in the game, NHL stars of the future, back to Utica in late January. I also want to express my support to Mr. Halbritter, everyone at Turning Stone Resort and Casino, for once again serving as our title partner and our host hotel. Our guests, our board, everyone had a great time there last year. They're terrific hosts, a great venue, and we look forward to returning to there again in late January. As far as the event itself goes, we anticipate 2 more sellout crowds, which are old hat here in Utica, as we're working on, I think, 93 consecutive sellouts. It's a great place to watch a game at any point, and certainly for those 2 nights. The events will both be broadcast to an international TV audience of nearly 100 million homes in terms of our reach. So for Utica, surrounding areas of Mohawk Valley, an absolutely great opportunity to put its best foot forward, and we'll do all we can to make that happen through our TV production. Just a reminder that in terms of the quality of the game, over 90% of the players that have played in this event have gone on to play in the National Hockey League. And that includes Patrice Bergeron and Zdeno Chara of the Boston Bruins, Zach Parise, and of course P.K. Subban, who had a great year last year in Nashville, continuing his fine career, which started in Hamilton of the American Hockey League. So once again, thanks all of you for your time. We look forward to getting to work, which we'll do quickly. The time will pass between now and the end of January quite fast, as it always does. But we do look forward to hosting our Board of Governors, our teams, our players, our fans, our sponsors, and many others back here in January for what's going to be another great event for us. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce another great partner in this endeavor, and a partner in Oneida County for many years. We've worked well together on so many things with the governor and with the Oneida Nation Representative Ray Halbritter.
Thank you, Seguli. Governor Cuomo, County Executive Pacenti, Chris Nicholas, AHL Representative Rob Esch, on behalf of the United Nations and our 4,500 employees, it's an honor to be here with everyone today. It's a great pleasure in joining and announcing the AHL All-Star Classic's return to Utica, and we are thrilled that Turning Stone Resort and Casino will be the title sponsor and official hotel partner of this national event. As we come together to make this exciting announcement, I'm reminded of an eloquent Native American proverb, the one reminding us that in any great undertaking, it is not enough for a man to depend solely upon himself. It is in that spirit of collaboration that I join with all of you today, and that makes today possible, because here in Central New York, we've created a model for tribal, state, and local relations. Governor Cuomo, we are grateful for your leadership and for the daily example you set by showing that when communities come together and work on behalf of the collective good, good events like today are possible. The AHL's decision to hold the 2018 All-Star in Utica is a testament of the rejuvenation that's taking place at the Odd. So also thank the governor and all of our partners for helping to make this upgrade to this venue possible and to make this event possible. As we learned in 2015 when we hosted the AHL All-Star Classic, this league has extremely committed fans. And whether these fans are making the first trip to Central New York or a return visit, we know everyone who visits quickly learns that this is a great community with tremendous people, and it's a beautiful four-season region with access to rivers and lakes, a place that also serves as a crossroads between major population centers in the entire Northeast region. By establishing partnerships like this with people who share the vision and unwavering commitment to this region, we've seen there's no limits to what we can accomplish, and that's what makes communities, countries, and the world great, is the collaboration working together, and we need that more than ever, don't we? And as a result of these partnerships and continued investments in our area, tourism in Central New York is on the rise, and we're seeing more and more visitors travel from around the country to enjoy everything our region has to offer. Thank you, Governor, for your leadership, the collaboration, and progress for our region.
Well, it goes without saying that it's really an exciting day, especially when you do a couple things like this. But first of all, I think that anybody who's been by the Odd and seen the transformation that has taken place, took place a few years ago, and that was to the governor's, thanks to the governor at that time as well, and now the completion of what the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Memorial Auditorium looks like. There are members of the Auditorium Authority here today. On behalf of the county, Governor, I have to thank you again and again and again. You have no idea not just what. Clearly, an investment is something in infrastructure and growth. But the investment in the Aud, and thanks to my good friend Rob Esch, and what the comments have meant to Utica, has been that rebirth. And we talked about it yesterday when we renamed the Aud. The naming rights were for the Adirondack Bank Center. But with Turning Stone, with the Oneida Nation, with our partners, with our legislators, senators, and assemblymen who have contributed from their legislative bodies as well, it has created a new feeling of optimism, of growth, of excitement. And Governor, that comes from what you've been able to do for us. I can't thank you enough as county executive, because when I've come calling, you've answered, and we appreciate it. And it has meant, a new beginning in so many ways for our city, for our county, for our region, and working together. This auditorium symbolizes a different feeling in our area, a feeling of hope, of growth, of excitement, and it has spurred economic development. So this is a governor that not only looks at the business side and says we need to create jobs and we believe in that, but looks at the tourism side and says people want things to do and want to be entertained, and we need to help with that, and we need to bring more people to visit New York State, to visit Oneida County, to visit Utica. And for that, I am very grateful as county executive, but also in working with the people behind me that we have accomplished this. And so again, thanks to the governor for his commitment to the Aud, and I look forward to him cutting that ribbon in a few weeks when we open up that whole new center and that wing at the Utica Aud, or the Adirondack Bank Center at the Utica Aud. I got to make sure I put that in front as we go forward each and every time, because it is important. To Rob Esch, the comments, to Chris, the AHL, thank you, Howard, and Anthony, Joe, and clearly Ray. This is a great day for us and a great announcement. Thank you all for being here.